Hi everybody, this is Cheryl Gonzalez, and this is Introduction to Instructional Technology. And I wanted to talk about Module 7. So after watching the lecture and reading all the articles, I think that online learning at the K through 12 level should be done. So a couple of feelings about this. I believe that online learning is ideal to help break up the monotony. So instructional design talks about switching up your instructional method every 10 to 20 minutes. And I can remember being a kid, and I can remember my kids telling me how excited they were that they got to work on the computers that day. And by having an online computer-based course, I think that it would be ideal to help break up monotony in a classroom. Plus, the techie kids these days, they love computers, and I think that they would gain a whole lot out of it. Plus, it can be very interactive, and I think the parameters that need to be in place, however, are some restrictions. So I don't think that it can be accessible. The online content can be accessible freely. I think that there need to be some restrictions on those computers. That way they don't have access to sites that aren't age appropriate. So every state requiring students to complete an online course prior to high school graduation? Sure, I think that would be great. If anything, it could actually be a college-bound course or something that would apply towards college degrees, or even an associate's degree. Maybe help get your basics out of the way, or some sort of certification course in an appropriate line of work that they're interested in doing. So absolutely, I think that's a great idea. Now, describe my experience. I'm very familiar with LMSs. I have been LMS administrators for many different kinds. I've actually launched an LMS system from the ground up. So the system I chose was Emoto. Wasn't familiar with that one, so it was kind of interesting to be able to play with it. What did I dislike about it? It was kind of simple. That I can definitely say. It was simple to use. Didn't really dislike anything about it. I had a hard time looking at it, though, from a student's perspective. I didn't care to upload everything from a teacher's perspective and then have a difficult time going in as a student. I was unable to see the student's side of the LMS, of the course. So if that would be the only downside that I saw to it. Now, as a future educator, I could use it innumerously. There's just so many ways that I could use that for my future students. And one of the ways is, since I work with adults, they could do some pre-work prior to coming to a course or a training that they could take from me. So by going through a PowerPoint or doing some reading up front and then answering some questions, or even just answering a quiz. That way I, on the receiving end, can find out what type or where they are in their comprehension levels or their competency levels prior to coming to class. That way I could kind of tailor the class towards their knowledge level or their knowledge foundation. So I enjoyed using it. It was fun. Good to learn. Hope everybody's having a great evening, and take care. Talk to you next week.